Hello students, welcome to today's session, and in today's session we'll be going to learn about the tips and tricks that can be a game changer or a lifesaver for you for the Nabard Grade A examination. This will be taught to you by me, Ashish Kumar Singh. So without wasting our time, let's quickly get started and let's get to learn about the beautiful tips and tricks that can be fruitful for you. Now students, firstly we'll be starting with the important tips and we'll be seeing these tips with the help of questions. So you can see the first question here. The first question says that who among the following is the 48th president of the Ladies Wiki organization? The options are listed below and the option has 5 names: Sudha Shivkumar, Sheena Jhawar, Sudha Murthy, Priyanka Chopra, and none of the above. Now in maximum cases students, what our minds think is that okay, if someone famous personality's name is there, then that might be the answer. Okay, like in this case you might thought that Sudha Murthy ma'am and Priyanka Chopra ma'am can be the answer. Okay, so maximum of the students will what do, they will mark Sudha Murthy ma'am because she is associated with some NGOs and something like that, so they will apply the logic and they'll hit the answer. But let me remind you, not always famous personalities are the answers. So just keep in mind while answering that not always famous personalities are the answer. It might be true sometime, it might be false sometime. So apply your mind and only hit the answer if you know the answer. Otherwise you can make it wrong. Okay, so the first tip from my side is not always famous personalities are the answer. So just try to keep in mind while answering the questions. Now the second point is that second question says who among the following is the new chairman of the LIC. Now there are 5 options listed here and we can say that in 4 options we have Singh as the title, but in option C we have Mohanty as the title. So in many cases unique one is the answer. If something odd is being seen in the options, that it might be true that can be an option. So this will be also very fruitful for you when you are eliminating the options. If you don't know the answer and if you're trying to eliminate the options, then this will be a very fruitful tip that unique one is the answer in many cases, that is in majority of time. So just keep in mind this also while answering the question. Now let us see the third tip for you with the help of third question. Here the question says IIFT New Delhi has celebrated its Diamond Jubilee and on which date it was celebrated. Especially students, there are many organizations which are being celebrated Diamond, Silver and Golden Jubilee. So whenever there is an organization who is celebrating its Diamond, Gold or Silver Jubilee, it would not be asked that when it was founded. You know why? Because you can easily decode it. If it's Diamond Jubilee, you can just subtract 60 year and that would be the answer from the present year. So the examiner is also clever. He will not ask you that. He'll ask you that on which date. Okay, on not in which year but on which date. So while you are learning and revising about the important dates, just keep in mind that if any organization or if of anything there's a silver, diamond or golden jubilee is being celebrated, so the date must be remembered by you and you can mark it star in your notes so that it cannot be missed from you. Okay, so this is the third tip from my side. Especially remember the dates of the days who are celebrating diamond, silver or golden jubilee. Okay, now next, the fourth tip is who has now inaugurated the Gaj Utsav 2023, okay, at the Kaziranga National Park. So the examiner will never ask that Gaj Utsav is celebrated in which among the following national park. Do you know why? Because Gaj means elephant and elephants are famous in Kaziranga National Park. Many of us know that yes, if it's elephant, it can be Kaziranga National Park. So you can apply the logic here. So examiner is also clever, as I said before. So he'll ask who has inaugurated it or who was the chief guest in this regard. Okay, so you have to remember who inaugurated it or who was the chief guest in such type of newses. Okay, while learning and revising the current affair of festivals, you can always keep in mind who has inaugurated it or who was the chief guest. If that particular face is famous for that something particular, some particular thing. Okay, like for elephant, Kaziranga National Park is famous. Okay, so these were the 4 tips which you can use wisely in examination, which can help you to eliminate the options and which can help you to get good marks. Okay, now let us see the tricks. But before telling you the tricks, let me give you a short notice that it is just a mean and not an end. These tricks are just a mean. These tricks has been decoded by me. Just use it in case of Brahmastra. Do not use it in first place because it might be true, it might not be true, but it can be very helpful if you use it in a justified manner. Okay, let me show you some tricks. First is consecutive number trick. Here the question is, Marcelo Rebelo de Souza is the president of which of the following country? Now we can easily see that, okay, Marcelo has how many words? Marcelo has 7 words. M-A-R-C-E-L-O, 7 words is Marcelo, and Portugal has 8 words. So 7 and 8 are consecutive numbers, right? So since 7 and 8 are consecutive number, we can easily say that, okay, consecutive number trick is true and justified here, and it is a PYQ of 2020. So you can vouch on that yes, this trick sometimes work, that is consecutive number trick. Let me give you another question with such same trick. What is the name of the world's cheapest gunshot locator which the Indian Army's College of Military Engineering has recently bought? Now here you can see there are a lot of words, so you have to think wisely that on which word should I apply consecutive number trick. Like in this case, we'll take Indian and Army. Okay, Indian has 6 words, Army has 4 words, and Parth has 5 words. So can we say that, okay, 4, 5, so 5, 6 and 5, 6 and 4, 5 and 6 can be a consecutive number. So yes, 4, 5, 6 is a consecutive number, and hence the trick will also work here, and the trick is also good to go here. So if you don't know the answer, just first of all try to recall the answer. But if you don't know the answer, you might use this trick as a Brahmastra. Okay. Moving forward, let us see one more question with same trick, that is, government has extended the NCLT's resolution from 270 days to how many days? Now the answer to that would be 330. So in 330 we have 6, and in 270 we have 7. So can we say that, okay, 330 and 70, 6 and 7, so 6 and 7 are consecutive numbers, right? So you have to see the questions in such form. You have to use your brain and force your brain to see the questions in such form wherein the brain can apply the trick, right? The brain can apply the trick, and when he will apply the trick, when he will see the justified word or letter or number. So just try to find out the justified word, letter or number before applying the consecutive number trick. It can be very useful for you during your examination. Now let us move forward. The next trick is same word trick. Here the question says, what was the venue of the 5th edition of the Pulse Conclave 2020 that was held in February 2020, right? The question is asking the venue. Let us suppose that you don't know the venue. Here we can see that we have two options, Mumbai, Maharashtra and Lonavala, Maharashtra, which are having same words, right? Which are having same words, that is Maharashtra. So in many cases, the options which are having same words is also true. Let me show you a better example of this. Let me show you a better example, and let me tell you how you will merge tips and tricks to answer the question. See here, the question is asking the 48th ladies president. As I said, not always famous personalities is the answer. You have keeping this tips in mind. Okay, sir said that not always famous personality is the answer, but sir also said that there is a same word technique, there's a same word trick. So I will take the risk, I will apply the same word trick, and along with that I will also apply the tip that not always famous personality is the answer, and hence Sudha and Sudha have same word. So I will hit Sudha Shivkumar as the answer. And do you know Sudha Shivkumar is the answer of this question? So in this way, if you try to merge the tips and tricks, then you can easily answer the questions, but try to do it while revising. Okay, and just look whether the answers are correct or not. I am guaranteeing you that 80% of the answers or 75% of the answers would be correct, but do not use it in first case, because you never know, the examiner also might be seeing this video and he might change the paper. So just apply it wisely. Okay, now let us move to another example. Practice of tilling sloped land along line of constant elevation is known as. Now here we can see that there are two words, farming and farming, contour farming and munch farming. The answer to this would be contour farming. We have two similar words. You can eliminate the rest of the three options and you can keep a hit whether it can be mulch or whether it can be contour farming. Okay, moving forward, we have same number tricks here. What should be the age group of the farmers in order to get the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Man Dhan Yojana? Okay, here we can see that in option B and option D we have similar number, that is 18 to 40 and 30 to 40. But as I said, same number trick is also a very famous trick. You can apply the same number trick by saying that, okay, here it is 40, here it is 40. So obviously A, C and E are eliminated. Now it's up to you whether you will mark it B or D. If you have ever learned about Kisan Man Dhan Yojana, the B option will automatically trigger into your mind, but for that you have to learn. So these tricks will also work when you learn, because they help you in eliminating, the question, but they do not help you in answering the question, right? They can only help you in answering the question if you have learned, if you have revised, if you have learned about the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Man Dhan Yojana. So along with the tips and tricks, also try to keep a better learning pace. Okay, see here, same number tricks also work here. What is India's rank in the 2019 Human Development Index among the 189 countries? In option B and E, we have 9 as the last number. In option B and E, we have 9 as the last number. So automatically A, C and D are eliminated. Now B and E are left. If you have ever gone through Human Development Index, you can easily mark, okay, I have remembered 129 would be the answer. Okay, so these tricks will help you in elimination and your knowledge will help you in answering the question. Now the next question is similar starting alpha trick. This is also a very important trick which I called as similar starting alpha trick. Now see here, the question is asking the transformation of aspirational district initiative has been launched by Niti Aayog to improve India's ranking in which of the following index? Okay, here we have 5 options and we can see that similar starting alpha trick, we have human with similar starting word. Okay, we have human with the similar starting word in option A and C. So obviously P and D and E are eliminated and we are left with 2 options, that is A and C. Now it's up to you, your knowledge, your luck, that either you mark it right or you mark it wrong. So these were some of the tips and tricks that I shared with you, which can be very fruitful for your examination if you follow it properly. Which type of ecosystem has the richest alluvial soil? In this question also we can see that we have north and north. Okay, we have north and north has 2 options. So we can easily apply similar starting alpha trick, and whether we can mark, whether we'll be marking A or whether we'll be marking B, that depends totally on your knowledge. So along with knowledge, this can be very useful. So these were some of the tips and tricks that I discussed with you wisely that can be very fruitful for examination. We'll be coming with the marathon session for the GK/GS for the Nabard Grade A soon. So keep watching, keep learning and do subscribe our Oliveboard regulatory channel. Thank you.